Hey yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy Carl back again. New video saying Friday. You already know. Hope y'all doing well on this Friday afternoon and ready to go to art because like always, I'm ready. So today is part 14 or 15. I don't even remember. But anyway, whatever part it is, it's part something that, and that video is the last one for block 2. Well, technically, the past few weeks we haven't been doing practices. I've been doing mostly redraws, and today's gonna be the same. I'm gonna redraw another illustration that I've done 2 years ago this time, and see if I can make some improvement and apply all the things that I've learned from the past few months, the past few weeks. And the illustration we're gonna redo today is gonna be this given illustration that we edit. Like I said, I done it 2 years ago, and look at it. You know, I can see where I can make a lot of improvement, especially when it comes to volume, the silhouette, and all this stuff. I wish I can make something better. Today with all the knowledge I have with the anatomy, volume, and yeah. So I expect myself to make something. Not like the previous one where I thought, bro, the last one, man, the whole time I was doing the video, I was like, man, will I even make something good or whatever? But this one, I feel like I'm gonna make something. But you know what? When I feel like that, this is why I need to be cautious, because when I feel like I can make something good really easily, this is why I start to fumble. I'm not putting my abilities to at their best, you know. So I gotta make sure that I take my time with it and make sure that I can do it, because the world is supposed it's not that complicated. Like, you know, with the knowledge I have now, I know how I can make it better. So, yeah. But anyway, so like I said, today's video is gonna be the last video of block 2. Starting next week, we're gonna start tackling block 3, and probably next week video I won't be doing an actual art video. It's just gonna be me explaining what's gonna happen in block 3, because I want to do all the exercise at least once for the week and see where and so the next video, when I'm going to be like part 15 or 16 or whatever, you know, I can explain what I'm actually doing, you know, so you guys can understand what the practice why I'm doing it. But long story short, you know, for block 3 we're gonna start focusing on simplification again, you know, like block 1, but this time it's simplification to practice and develop the art style, develop my art style, develop my aesthetic with my art. So yeah, like the past 2 blocks were really focused on fundamentals to good at drawing the most basic stuff, so we can have more 3D or 3D artwork, like having artworks with depth, practicing gesture, and being comfortable with the anatomy, posing the body in many ways, know how to make the act properly. And the next block I'm gonna really explore, practice my aesthetic, practice the style, so I can have I can draw in a certain way more consistency, and you know, like, so I have my formula to be able to draw in a certain way. So yeah. And as you know, my art style is really focused on having sharp shape language, dynamic angles, and angular. And I've been really focusing on doing some Tetsuya Nomura studies the past 2 years. But for this time, I'm gonna stay away from Tetsuya Nomura because I've pretty much captured everything that I wanted to have with my art, especially when it comes to the sharp shape language and the bold line art and all the stuff. You can see this in my previous artworks, you know. And I don't think I need to spend any more time studying Tetsuya Nomura anymore. I need to go somewhere else to make my aesthetic stronger, to actually what I envision in my head. So yeah, we're gonna explore all that for block 3. So yeah, like always, take your pen, paper, tablet, or whatever you need to draw, and let's go together. It's gonna be like the past 2 weeks. It's gonna be a time lapse from the beginning to the end of me drawing this illustration with some good music in the background. I hope you're gonna enjoy it, the process, and yeah, have a good question, and I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, so we're done with this. So this one was a bit faster compared to the one of last week. Last week it took me 6 hours to do the entire redraw. Well, to be fair, it's because I was really taking the time with doing all the props design of the character and actually drawing all the detail that I can draw. And for this one, it was a bit easier. Like I was, I'm gonna put the comparison on screen for you guys so you can see the previous illustration and the one I'm doing now. And as you can see, I did some tweaking on the position of the character, because I thought the previous one was a bit too boring, a bit too basic. Well, before back then, I wasn't like the best at posing characters, especially if I was drawing from imagination. I'm pretty sure I did this one from imagination, because if I was not tracing, but referencing something else, I think I would be able to pretty much draw this without looking flat. But with the new version, I was able to draw volume, depth, and all the stuff that I've been practicing so far with my art practice. And so, to be fair, even though I finished it, this new version is a little better, especially when it comes to the coloring and the posing. I feel like it lacks a bit of oomph or a bit of something. I like something that make the aura look a bit explosive, or like that excite the eyes. I don't know. Maybe it's because the character design itself, it doesn't have like really Well, it is pretty saturated. The way I choose the color, but the colors are too calm. It's not like something that excites the eyes like the way like I usually like to draw. When I compare to my previous illustrations, the previous videos that I did recently, like when I look at my niece or my self drawing of Dragon Ball fan art, the colors really excite my eyes. Like it's really grabbing my attention and everything. But for this one, it's a bit too chill, and it's like I feel it's boring. It's boring, so that's why I feel like I like a bit of boom. And also, I feel like I could have done a better job with the glow effect, the lighting. Like all the purple stuff that I drawn here and there. I tried to make this glowy effect, not glow effect, but this glossy effect. Because recently I saw a video of that appeared on my YouTube timeline, and I was looking at it a little bit, and I was just capturing listening what it was saying, and I didn't really practice it yet. So of course I'm not expecting something that I didn't practice to come to effect here, but I was applying with the things that I remembered from that video, and yeah, so this is what I got so far, but I can do better than that for sure. Those are things that I will get better as I keep doing illustrations, fan arts, and all this stuff. One thing that I wish I could do better is also is the face. Like the face is not bad, but I feel like it can use some work. It's better than the previous version, of course, but I feel like I could have done something better with the face. And also, I'm really happy that I was able to capture the skin color of Raven, because the reason why I did an actual human skin color for the previous ones, because I had a hard time with the grayish skin tone. I was like, yeah, nah, I don't vibe with this one. So I went with a more actual real skin color. But this one, I was like, let's stay like cartoon accurate. Make accurate with the skin color. And yeah, so that's it for my redraw for the Raven Founder that I've done, I think 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. For you guys who already saw what I did, and I put the actual year that I did this illustration. So this is the last redraw that I'll be doing for a while, starting next week, where I'm going to do, well, not next week, maybe the week after that, because next week I'm just going to go over what I've been doing so far, doing a bit of a recap of all the practices, the art, and also what I'm going to do for the next couple of weeks that's coming for Blood 3. With the practice, with the art practices I'm going to do. And I already told you guys I would focus on the certification, and the style. Building the style up, making it more consistent along the way, and study other artists also to make my style more strong. Because I already have something going on. I'm already working with something here. I just need to make it stronger by referencing other professional artists and see how I can implement those designs, style, philosophy, formulas in my own artwork, so I can make it stronger and eventually a more unique. So yes, I'll let you guys go. I hope y'all enjoy this video, and I hope you made some good progress in your own grind while watching this video. And like always, follow YouTube channel, leave a like, and feel free to join the Discord channel. This is where I'm the most active. Well, this is where I post most of my art nowadays. I don't really use my social media anymore for this year anyway. And yeah, like always, keep grinding, take some break, and don't slack it. Yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video. All right, peace.